Hello, Revere, and welcome to a Christmas show at the Revere Veterans and Community. And today I have two special guests coming all the way from the North Pole, our own St. Nick. Glad to meet you, St. Nick, the real Santa Claus.
Yo, nice to see you.
And his elf, Paul the Elf, who's his helper. Welcome. Now, tell us a little about your trip coming down here before we go into the program.
Well, we did run into a little snow.
Not here, you didn't.
Not here. Once we got down and into this area, I didn't know. I thought it was summertime. And it's December. I can't believe it's December right now, but...
You're right, St. Nick.
But it's beautiful.
We're halfway through, believe it or not, we're halfway through the month of December and not a drop of snow. And I was hoping you would bring us some. Is there any chance we could get some for the holidays, Christmas time?
I would say yes. I would say you're going to have just a little, not much.
Flurry?
Very little. Nothing like what I heard about last year.
Oh, God forbid.
We don't want to talk about that.
No,
not at all.
We had more snow here than the North Pole had, really.
Yes.
In Buffalo, New York.
Keep the animals out.
I'm serious. We had more snow than Buffalo, and people were running around, hooray, hooray, we had more snow than Buffalo. Like it was an achievement.
Yes, yes.
Now, I'd like to ask, may I ask your helper, Paul the Elf, over here. Paul the Elf, I want to say thank you for coming on with him. You help him a lot.
I help him every chance I get.
Right.
For many reasons.
Tell us some of them.
Well, one of them is I'm not looking for coal. I keep telling him I don't want coal. No coal in my stocking.
You'll never get it from this Santa,
Well,
I guarantee.
listen, and the other thing is I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. And what do I get? Rain. I get rain. What's going on here? And the worst problem is people, and I really, and this is now I'm not fooling, but people that are in housing where they don't control the heat. Well, because it's 15 December, guess what? The heat is on. And it's on like as if it was supposed to be down in the 20s or the 10s or the teens. Really cold. But it's not. And it's terrible if you've got responsibility to heat a building and you know, it's too hot outside and then you've still got the heat on. It's some of these people that live this way are getting overheated, and that's what I feel bad for. So.
Thank you, Paul the Elf. And by the way, folks, I just want you to know the outfit I'm wearing may look like Santa's, but it was nice of the real Santa to give it to me just for his present to do the show. So thank you again, Santa.
Oh, it looks good.
Yep.
It does.
It makes me look a lot younger with the gray beard now, doesn't it?
It really does, to be truthful. And I'm thankful that I haven't got a hat here. I mean, because I came with, you know, I just wasn't prepared. But I'm glad I got my red shirt with the leather patches. So it's awesome. I'm happy to be here.
Now, Santa.
And how about this?
Oh,
that's real. That's real. Just like yours, Santa.
Oh, he's trying to tell it off. Oh.
His beard is real and your beard is real, folks, but mine is not, thanks to Santa on here. Now, Santa, before we start the show, you don't come here by yourself. You bring your reindeers.
Yes.
And you brought Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And my two favorites, Donner and Blitzen.
Jim Blitzen.
I hope you parked them out in the field because I'm not going to clean up after them, I'm telling you that.
They do make a mess.
I know
There's no question about it. They do make a mess.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, what do they usually eat?
Oh, boy. All kinds of leftovers, number one.
You should take them to where I come from, the Revere Senior Center. They love the food there.
Wow. It's funny you should mention that because I know somebody that went there today. Yep. And they had a delicious dinner.
What do they have there?
What did I say that?
Yeah, it was
pastrami.
Pastrami, hot pastrami.
Hot pastrami.
Is what he said.
You know,
with mustard. It was delicious.
Oh my God!
With mustard and relish.
Yeah.
Mustard and relish.
Yeah.
So
on rolls on the big bulky rolls.
Am I too young to join the senior center? I mean, how old do you have to be?
I believe 60.
No, I think it's even lower than that, isn't it?
Well, then I'm still too young, but that's all right.
Is it 60? No,
I don't know.
That's a serious
Santa
question.
would know.
That is a good question.
Yeah, it's either 50 or 60.
Close enough.
Yes.
Somewhere in the area.
But you can't make it yet.
No. But a few years, if they allow me, I would love to come into this. And would they still make pastrami there?
Oh, yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I heard rumors there's a gentleman in Revere who's the president of I believe, the Council of Elder Affairs, and you have a lot to do with him because you speak by phone, and I know the conversation goes back and forth.
Right.
Tell us what's going on there because we really don't know.
Well, the Council on Elder Affairs, from what I've been told, and I know a lot about it, is something for all the men and women a little older than you two.
Right, you're right.
A little older than
Thank
you
you,
two.
Santa.
You know, and there's always something going on. They have dinners, they have shows. Oh, it's just wonderful for them to get there and do whatever they feel like doing. And they can go in and have coffee and even donuts. And it's just a good place to be. The only problem right now, from what I've been told, they're working on the roof of the building. So they had to close it.
Is the chimney going to be closed too, or is that going to be open?
That's a good question.
Because you got to go down there, and if they close it up, you're going to be in big trouble. What would happen if you were down there delivering the gifts, and somebody up there was closing it?
I wouldn't get out.
Right.
Oh,
That would
geez.
ruin the whole world.
I never thought of that.
Well, let me tell you a funny thing I had.
Go ahead,
with it,
Paul.
And that's about.
The elf?
No, but I think these are rumors. But somebody told me in that building that's having the problem with the roof, I don't understand where they play bocce. I mean, the backyard isn't. I mean, I always thought bocce was something they played outside
Okay.
on the ground. How does that work?
Let Santa explain it to you.
I can help you with that.
Yeah.
The bocce, from what I've been told, because I know some people that do it, play it, and that are number one in as far as it goes, the first place team. They're number one. But they told me that they play indoors.
That's what I
On
don't
the
know.
second floor.
I've never seen an indoor bocce court or whatever you'd call it, playing field. I have no idea. Not that I play bocce, but I've heard about it. It almost like that game they play on the ice and curling, I think it's called. And I don't know whether they skate or right down, and then they hit something with
It's like
a stick,
shuffleboard.
and it goes down, and I don't know how they do all this stuff. It's amazing to me.
Santa, you know a lot of people at the Revere Senior Center. Maybe you could get him to ask one of them, because we're too young, like you said to her, and it's an honor. By the way he keeps praising our age, making it lower, maybe it's time we bought him a gift instead of him giving us one, you know?
That's true. That's not a bad idea.
So we'll get together,
We'll put
Paul.
that. Yeah, we'll get together.
After that. So if you can speak to someone at the Senior Center and lie about his age,
Yeah.
show him how they
See-
play bocce. Explain to us just how bocce is played at the
Oh,
Senior Center.
okay. They start off, they have 4 on a team. 2 at this end and 2 at this end.
Are they together or opponents?
No, they're together.
Oh,
They're 4 on one team.
Okay.
Okay. And the 2 on this end, 2 on this end. And then the other team that they're playing against has 4. 2 on this end, 2 on that end. And they take turns. Now, whoever gets the closest to the...
Is it like an 8-ball?
Is
that
it a
they have?
pin?
Yeah, it's the smallest ball.
Oh, okay.
There's a name for it.
Pee-wee? Call it the pee-wee ball.
All right,
Well-
the Pee-wee ball.
Well, yeah, but you know what I was thinking of? It's like the snitch in Harry Potter.
Oh.
It's that little ball that runs around, and you got to catch the snitch. So this thing must be a bocce snitch.
All right, we'll call it that.
Okay.
Now, you try to get as close as you can to that
Snitch.
snitch.
What happens if you hit it, though?
It's all right. If you hit it, you move it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
okay.
then the next one has to try to get
Right.
closer to the snitch, too?
Now, when you're closest to that snitch,
Yes.
okay, when you're the closest, the other team has to throw. It's not your turn. They throw, okay, and try to get
To
closer.
it themselves, and they may knock you out. So
Exactly.
Oh, they can hit your ball away
Yes.
from?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the whole deal.
And sometimes the way they throw it so hard, it can go.
Yeah, but
Now,
that's
what happens if it goes out of the court? Is that?
You have to go back and start again.
Santa,
Oh, okay.
after, on the bocce, when they play the bocce, you say they throw the ball, they
Yes.
throw the ball so hard. Has any of them ever gone so far as that you've been able to catch them up at the North Pole?
Not quite. No.
Not that far?
No, you can't go. No, but there's a few guys that I was told really throw it so hard
Really?
you're afraid to watch it.
Wow.
If it ever hits you in the head,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Yeah.
What, the ball or you?
No, you go. And
You
if,
go.
if that ball hits you on the head, it's a very hard thing, is what we're talking about. And you know, I hate to keep jumping into different things because it's reminding me of stuff I hear. You know how you read the news or you hear the news, and good news is never there. It's always bad news. But we're getting into the holiday season, and then they have the hottest. It's on everybody's list. Is this hoverboard thing? So they have people that have been on these things, or they just got off of it. They walk away, and it explodes.
Oh, yeah, I saw that on TV, Paul.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And you know, I'm saying, what is this? It seems to me like it's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful toy, but there are the people that see something like this, and to them it's an opportunity to destroy. And what they did apparently is these things are designed to have a certain type battery, and if you put in a different type battery and then you plug it in to charge it, you're off looking around waiting for the thing to charge, and you turn around and bang, you got a fire. And this isn't one or two. This is like hundreds of these things have had the problem.
Right, that lithium battery.
Now, here's Santa Claus. He's down here, and he's concerned with giving all the presents. It's one of the hottest, toys out there.
Yes.
And what are you doing to make sure you get the one with the right batteries? To me, it's amazing.
It's very difficult.
I am sure that your elves that are up there with you helping you.
Yes.
I'm one of the delivery elves. That's why I'm not so much the manufacturing. But remember, all his toys have to be made, and they have to be made so that they're all ready for the
So
night
then
of the
it's the
25th.
people who make the toys, Santa, that are making them wrong.
Somebody is making them wrong,
Right.
but but
I saw that on the news, Santa, no offense to you, but they have what they call the lithium batteries in there, and
Yeah.
they can leave the toy alone in the house and walk away, and boom, it starts a fire.
and then the house gets destroyed.
Right,
And I
exactly.
mean, here we are at the best time of the year for these young people, because let's face it, they're all dreaming of
A white
a white
Christmas.
Christmas.
Right.
They're all, they're out there caroling Silent Night. They think good things are going to happen, and a lot of times they're looking for good, and bad comes, and that's
Santa,
too bad.
You know what I heard, and I got to say, give credit to your elf, because you, the helpers that you have do a lot of work for this, not only the city of Revere, but the world as a whole. I heard a rumor, Paul, but you can correct me on this here, that you know someone who's going to be around and doing some filming at the Revere Senior Center, taking pictures to be put on the Revere News program with Steve Fielding of mine, and his helper out there. Could you tell us a little just about that?
Well, let me tell you, it's funny that you asked, because actually I looked at my calendar and it told me that I had to be here at the Revere Senior Center to get a kind of another crash course on using all of that equipment. But it's my plan early next year to start. I'll come here, I will get another review course on how to operate it. It's not my first one, so I have done it before, but I need a refresher update. Do you realize that in my situation, I can hide my own Easter eggs, and I still can't find them? So,
No, that's good.
really, I mean, that's a good thing for me. But
yeah,
we're
that's
not
good when you
talking
have
Easter
Alzheimer's,
eggs.
because you can't remember where you put them.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm getting Alzheimer's disease young. I'm only,
Right.
how old was I? I wasn't even 50 or
No,
I'm 30.
35.
35. Well, I'd rather be
Santa-
39 and holding, or 29 and
29.
holding.
How many gifts do you want this Christmas, Santa? We're going to return the gifts.
How
to you.
many?
Yeah. I mean, you've been so good to us. I mean, for years and years and years and years. And we've never aged, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of you asking the kids what they like for Christmas, we're going to ask you, Santa, what would you like?
Wow, that's very nice.
Because I would tell you what I would like.
Well,
The
let me
things
tell
that-
you what you could give him. Instead of these reindeers that flies, you could give him a Learjet. Or you could give him a team of Learjets that maybe they could haul some of his sleighs. Instead of reindeer, you could put Learjets.
Let me write that down. That's a good idea.
Yeah, Learjets
Right.
with some sleds behind them, and then they all get out there. Because here's the other problem, and we have the greatest Air Force there is in the world. But have you guys seen that one time there was a delay for him getting somewhere, and it showed the bow of one of the warplanes that actually flying around. It whacked into one of the sleighs. Or it was actually, I forget how the picture was, but it was really kind of funny. You know, you saw the sleigh, and then you saw the reindeer on the other side. But it was an accident. It was a pure accident. I just don't understand, because the way the Air Force works, you know, there are certain levels, you know, as to where they can fly. The planes at this level, they're going this way, and the other ones are going this way.
Right.
And it always cracks me up when I open the window and I see another plane in the air, and, you know, I'm looking down, and it's way down there, it's not going to hurt us.
You open the windows while you're flying?
No, I said I looked out the window. I didn't say I opened it. You had to open the little screen to see it. Usually, if they're watching a movie, everybody is supposed to, you know, close those.
Paul, I have to tell you, I've
What?
never seen a plane with screens.
No, there are screens on the inside.
No, I'm talking about screens on the outside.
No, you don't need them on the outside. You need them on the inside.
Okay.
You know, or maybe it's not screens. Maybe they're shades or something. They've got a way to close those windows so that people can have a sleep. And some people want to watch a movie, and you got these things open, and the sun is there. They can't see the movie. So there's all kinds of problems that have. You know, people don't understand
They
that
don't.
because what happens is this. We tend to be a me society, meaning that we're always concerned with ourselves. We're not really looking out for the guy somewhere else. And think about the people that you see driving, and you're looking at them, and the light changes, and they sit there because they're not paying attention to the light. They're sitting there texting,
They're on the
Right.
phone.
or they're on the phone. They're talking. They're in other words, that's why we have a lot of accidents, because a lot of people are distracted. And they've done all kinds of studies, and they talk about, well, what kind of car should you have? And, you know, Volvo is kind of a great car because people, I guess because I think it's got an inside rod or something, they can roll over, but they still don't get crushed. And what happened now? I guess the convertibles are back, you know, but at one time, if you didn't have a certain thing and you rolled a convertible, people died. And-
I'd like to get back to saying they get
Yeah, I know. I don't know how you got me off talking. You know?
No. I mean, you're such a terrific helper. By the way, I know a lot of people have asked me this, and I promised I would ask you, Santa. Is there a Mrs. Claus to begin with?
Oh, yes.
And can I ask you how? I know you've been around a long time, so I don't want you to give me the number of years, but I don't know how to phrase it. Without speaking it out here, can you just show me by sign how many years you've been married?
How about if I tell you 58?
That's close enough,
58 years.
right?
And I've been so blessed.
Oh, that's awesome.
I really am.
Right.
I'm so lucky.
And Santa, a lot of people don't know that either. Do you have a family?
I have just three children.
Are they going to be Clauses like you too?
You know something? One of them, my oldest, who happens to be my son.
Well, if he's your child, I hope he is.
Right. He works for the government.
Can I ask you which government?
Yeah, the United States government.
Okay.
And he's in Baghdad right now.
That's a dangerous place to be.
That's,
In Iraq, that's a very dangerous place to be.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Send them a happy greetings from the
I
people who are
really,
there.
it hurts here, but he doesn't mind doing it, and he can do it.
That's nice.
So,
That's nice. By the way, what kind of when the kids sit on your lap and they ask you for gifts, what do they usually ask you for? I know if I was a kid, and you promised me something when I was a kid. I mean, that's many, many moons ago. Was a Rolls Royce. Remember? Yeah, and a Rolex. You forgot, huh? Yeah. As a matter of fact, or was it an abacus? I forgot.
no, I think it was the
The
Rolls
abacus?
Royce. No, the Rolls Royce. But
There's a chance I might see that in my lifetime.
you want me to be honest with you, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
this is an honest show.
Okay. I can't do it. It's just so expensive.
Okay. How about a Kia?
Well, that wouldn't be too bad.
Okay.
That would
Doesn't
be,
have to be a big one. It could be a little toy one too.
No, but the other thing is he could look into is a Yugo. I mean, you know, you could probably
I'm
get
not
that.
going anywhere. I'm staying right here.
That's right.
I got to tell you, there was a little car that came out many years ago. Maybe you probably heard of it. It was made by, I believe, the Ford Motor Company. It didn't last long. It was called the Pinto. Ring a bell? A little car, just like you mentioned, was like a little. It was like maybe $800-900 for the car at that time.
Wow.
Yep, and they're gone.
I'm surprised, especially knowing you, that you didn't talk about the Volkswagen, which is the automobile for the people.
I know that
And
was
it was $1,500 in those days. You could have bought one.
right. But now they improved on it. It used to be called the Beetle. Now they got other names for it.
Well, they have the Super
Volkswagen is
Beetle,
the
and they have
people's
all
car.
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
By the way, what are your future plans for the future? By the way, are you going to keep the elf with you because he's a great worker?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, you're both good.
Good.
You're both good.
Right, but I may have to go and, I hate to break the news to you. I do not feel really that great, so sometimes I have to go to the hospitals. And, of course, I can't help you all the time. But,
You're not that old, are you?
no, but I mean, when you're in the Revolutionary War and you get shot, it hurts. So that,
I hear you. Yeah.
Right.
Well, they keep using those black powder weapons, you know.
Right.
And I have to tell you a funny story, okay? Because I used to be with a group walking, in a parade type of thing, and then behind us we have these people they're making like they're in the Civil War and they've got the black powder stuff. Well, I always cracked up. I'd take my horn and I'd scoot back down and I'd be talking to these guys. And I said, look, you got to check the laws in this town because they say that in order to fire a weapon, you have to have a silencer on it. And you guys are making these big bangs. And, they always crack up when I try to tell them about having a silencer for a black powder weapon. Anyway, I guess you had to be there. I'm not going to say any more.
That's good. Yeah.
He doesn't understand, so, he's
well,
giving me
I'm
that.
from the old country.
Yes.
I mean, first of all, I want to say it's an honor for you to even have me on the show over here. I mean, the reason he put me on is because my English ain't no good.
Yes.
That's why he told me to stay over here, because he didn't want to get yelled at. He used to be, you had a friend, I think you told me if I'm...
He was a teacher.
It was a teacher in English, was it? Mm-hmm. Oh, he would have hated me. Yep. He would have hated me right here, right here would have hated. So that was it. So what are you planning to build for the kids next year?
Oh, that's a good question. What is there something special that they probably need?
I'd like to look at a toy that has not been invented yet. Now, something that the kids would love, but it's not even thought of on the market yet. Do we have any good ideas that we can put it out?
Well, I'll be honest with you. Rather than giving them all of these calculators and these computers, how about, you mentioned it earlier, the abacus. Wouldn't it be something if every kid out there knew how to work an abacus?
Oh, my God.
Because that's going back, and it's strictly addition, it's a powers of 10,
Right.
There's a lot to be learned just from the old stuff.
That's how the metric system came in eventually.
Well, there you go,
You are familiar with the metric system?
Well,
I'm not, no.
Well, no, because you were only the...
no, don't crack up. Listen, I'm the one that's called Motor Mouth, so go ahead, keep talking.
No, he would know about it because he was only the vice principal of the school.
Yeah.
But I mean, the teachers would know about it. With the math teachers, they would know about the metric system. I
Well,
hope.
that's true, and that's another thing. Let's talk about that for a second, because remember, you have tools that are made in America and you have tools that are made overseas.
Right,
And
exactly.
they go with the metric system and we go with the inches and halves and all this.
Right.
So you get, although it's very hard to find a car that's made in the United States, because parts of it might be made in the United States, but a lot of parts are made somewhere else. So what you end up with is a kind of a combination of metric and the decimal system.
Right,
So-
you mentioned something, excuse me, Paul.
Yeah.
You mentioned something, the metric, and I couldn't think of it, and when you mentioned the other system, it came out, I remember seeing it as SAE, but I don't know what the SAE stands for, the system, which is the American. Would it be the standard American something? I don't know, so I thought maybe you might help me.
I believe that it's talking about hardware, and the SAE rating, I believe, is like, for example, you get a nut and a bolt, and I believe it has to do with how that is manufactured.
Oh, I see.
So I believe that now again, I might be all wet.
I'm going to look it up on, you know where I'm going to go to after?
Probably Google.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
it
That's
is.
probably one of the biggest helpers that Santa has is Google.
Do
And
you talk
YouTube.
about
Yes.
the-
Oh, they, all the time.
Oh,
They
yeah.
have to find out what's
Yes.
going on and who's doing what, who's taking care of the list, who's being naughty and who's being nice. You know,
That's it.
and then and what does he do? Where does he get all that coal?
By the way, did Google snitch on me again this year? It did? There ain't going to be no more Googles around. We got to get rid of the Googles.
Huh? Well, I don't know. But now listen, how about Star Wars? I mean, that's coming out. This is some real news. I mean, apparently Friday it's going to be everywhere.
Right, it took a decade to get a new one out.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking. The new one.
Yeah.
But my problem is I probably won't see it until next year. And I can afford a ticket and to get one. You know, it's hard to get right now. I mean, it's been out for a while. I'm sure they've already bought up the tickets. You know.
That's good.
But if you've been a techie and you've seen all these others, you naturally want to see the latest one.
Okay,
know.
we got about 2 minutes left, so Paul, take 30 seconds to wrap it up, then turn it over to St. Nick's, and just leave me 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Well, listen, I will say this about that. It's an honor to be here as being one of Santa's elves. And I understand that this Santa is a good one, and he's looking out for all the kids, and we want to make sure that everybody has a safe and healthy holiday period.
Right.
Now, what else can you say than that?
Right. And you, Santa, first of all, take a few minutes to wrap it up, but I want to say to the people out there, you're looking at the real Santa, and all the ones you see out there, they're phonies, but the real one is right here, so take a minute.
Oh,
St. Nick.
thank you. Well, to start with, I have to tell you that I'm blessed to have help such as this young
I can see that.
man right here, and you.
Thank you.
I'm so
you.
lucky.
Well, he does
because-
a lot more than I do.
Well,
I-
you help too.
Once in
You
a
do
while.
help. And it really is a lot to do, but with the help that I have, and that is a good way to look at it.
Right.
I'm blessed.
Right, and I want to
really
say
am.
thank you, Santa. God bless both of you. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a happy, healthy New Year. The same to all the people in Revere. But most of all, I want to thank our troops overseas for serving. God bless you. God take care of you. And most of all, God bless our great country, the United States of America. And thank you for coming on the Christmas show. And God willing, maybe we'll do it again next year.
Oh, that
Thank
Who
you.
knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
You're welcome.
Thank
I'll
you.
put it there.
Right.
You do an awful lot for this city and this, you
Not
know.
me.
Thank you.
Not me.
And,
Not me. The people I know do.
Well,
I'm just his helper. That's all.
I
There's the
understand.
man.
I understand.